let's go and have a look at the view. Unfortunately it's a hazy day and you're not going to be able to see the distant mountains, which are right over there, but they don't really look visible. That's Tenterfield. See the houses down there? That's actually the town of Tenterfield. There's this long, it's about a yard long, explanatory plaque or poster. You are 1,298 meters. That's 4,258 feet above sea level. Looking east across the valley of the Tenterfield Creek and looking at a slice of history. Looking east, you see that's more or less into the sun. Wollanoy has for generations been a place of spiritual power for the Bundajalung Aboriginal people. Doctor's Nose, that's this little peak here, right there. Now the Doctor's Nose is where station hands found some long lost sheep right under the nose of the station manager, Dr. Roland Trail. Wollongara state border. Well, you're not going to see that because they didn't take out cans of paint and go and paint a line on the land. Mount Norman, 1267 meters. That's about 4,000 feet. That's in Queensland, the Girrawheen National Park. We've been there, to the Girrawheen National Park. We drove right through it and it hardly stopped at all. That was on New Year's Day, I think. Anyway, that's it in the distance, if you can see it in the haze. Bald Rock. Yeah, again, it's in the distance, you're not going to be able to see it, but we are going to have a look at that while I'm at Tenterfield. Same as the Buna. Now, since I've been in Tenterfield, I've learned that you pronounce this differently. Bunu is pronounced Bunu, but the second Bunu is pronounced Buna or Bunna. Bunabunna National Park. I think that's the way it's pronounced. Tenterfield Railway Station. The Wollanoy, the Wolloney Aboriginal place. We'll go and have a look at that in the next week or two. That's away in the distance in the haze. And the Curry's Gap Conservation Area is virtually here. It's all this area down there. Just beyond those trees actually. What is now the Mount Lindsay Road, that's the road we used to come here from Stanthorpe, was part of the first overland connection between Sydney and Brisbane. From the 1850s, Cobb & Co coaches carried mail and passengers between Tenterfield and Warwick over the difficult Bunabunna tableland. From 1948, most transport followed the New England Highway through the easier country to Walgara and Brisbane. That's the direct route, and that's a much shorter way. Not as scenic though. The Great Northern Railway came through Curry's Gap to Tenterfield in 1886. The state border passes through your left. Well, we've spoken about how we can't see the state border. Here from the 1880s, the separate British colonies of Queensland and New South Wales argued over trade, customs and transport differences. However, they realised that all 6 colonies should cooperate, especially to defend the continent. Tenterfield played its part in joining these colonies into the Federation of Australia in 1901. Yes, I've since found that Tenterfield was right at the forefront. The politicians and the politics of Tenterfield and the local newspaper was right at the forefront of pushing for federation, for Australia to become one nation. And that's why they Tenterfield calls itself the birthplace of the nation. I think it's a rather highfalutin term, but I can see, at least I can see the reasoning behind it. The rugged and beautiful range country in the distance wasn't able to sustain farming. Today, several world-class national parks protect the area's wildlife. You see, so that's why they're national parks. Money talks. They couldn't be farms, they couldn't make money, so let's just turn them into national parks. Okay, it's a pity about the haze. So that's the Mackenzie lookout.